Well, hello. So I want to give a little extra shout out to Miss Janine Driver, Human Lie Detector. You can subscribe to her and find out about her and look her up on Google. She's amazing. So, one of the tips that she's given her students is that whenever if someone's arguing with you, it's just yes, I'm sorry, you're right. Yes, I'm sorry, you're right. Yes, I'm sorry, you're right. And doing it over, you're right, and then throwing in, I was like, I should change that. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. In the moment of the argument, and the person kind of like you move really quickly and the person goes okay and then they move forward and all of a sudden like they change the subject or they're like it's just the funniest. It's just, and I've tried it a couple times now. Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. Yes, I'm sorry. Almost very robotic. You're right. I'm sorry. I should do that. You're right. I should. My aunt was. We were talking on the phone. She was like, "You don't have lighting in your hallway in the certain part," and she was very adamant. It was like, "I hit my knee," and I was like, "You're right. I'm sorry. We should." And I agreed with her. She repeated it again. So I was like, "You're right. I'm sorry. We should." You're right. I'm sorry, and she's right. We should. So I'm going to make efforts in that direction. But whenever someone's really like passionate about something, it's like, I believe, this person's like, you're right, I should look into it. You're right, I agree with you. You're right, that's who you believe. I agree. You're right. That's your candidate. Those kind of, that's wonderful. That's great. You're right. Absolutely. I'm sorry, that's the choice that I have taken, but that's your choice. Beautiful. Wonderful. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with that advice? In order to nullify any kind of arguments, or sometimes people get heated, and it's not necessarily about making a point. It's about just being heard. And I think that when you're saying yes, I'm hearing you, and I'm sorry. You're apologizing for that. Even if I think that ultimately what is beautiful about that statement is that at like we have all chosen the reality where we're at, and to some degree the choices that we have made have ruffled some feathers. So in order to calm that person, I was like, yes, I accepted that reality. I'm sorry, for the effect that it has done to you, and then you can decipher it later. But for that particular moment in time, in order to diffuse the situation, in order to move forward in a positive situation, you're like, yes, I'm sorry, you're right. you know, it's just a wonderful little phrase that Janine Driver helped me in my life, and it's made my world so much better. Just that one alone. That one alone. So, Mama Janine's, you are a gift to humankind. And if you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, Janine Driver, subscribe to her. And of course, subscribe to me, too. You know what I mean? So, what do you think? Do you agree, disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Either way, I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful eternity.